We live in a world that never stops talking. Millions of messages, emails, and reports are sent every single second. But how often are we actually connecting?
That is where purposive communication comes in. It means having a clear, intentional goal whenever we speak, write, or share information. It is not just about what you say, it is about how the other person understands it.
Even though our group is studying three entirely different fields: chemical engineering, medical technology, and business administration, we share one massive thing in common. Let's look at how effective communication shapes our future workplace.
What is chemical engineering? Chemical engineering creatively combines the three basic physical sciences, chemistry, physics, and biology, along with mathematics to address the world's needs by creating new technology and improving existing technology. But what does this really mean? It's providing clean water and sanitation to communities. It's advancing healthcare by developing drugs to cure disease. It's researching and producing foods to feed our growing global population. It's designing greener products and processes and finding new ways to generate energy. Chemical engineers are improving the quality of life in the environment we live in. Are these things that you want to achieve? You might become a chemical engineer if you like combining maths and science, upscaling your ideas, designing efficient processes, applying your knowledge, developing your ideas into usable products, taking your ideas out of the lab and into the world with real-life applications. Studying chemical engineering involves learning theory in lectures, applying what you learn in practical lab sessions, solving issues in problem classes with your peers, exploring new technologies, developing industrial strategies, understanding how to design processes and products, working in teams to solve engineering challenges, investigating the social, environmental impact of chemical engineering. By doing these things, you'll gain more than chemical engineering theory. You'll have skills in critical thinking, problem solving, project management, business insight. With these skills, you could work in industries like food, pharmaceuticals, fuels, water and sanitation, and oil and gas, preparing you to make an impact on the world sustainably.
In chemical engineering, we design the processes that create the products we use every day, from medicines and fuels to food, cosmetics, and clean water. But engineering is not only about equations, machines, and chemicals. It is also about responsibility, safety, and sustainability. Every decision we make can affect people's lives and the environment. That is why communication is one of the most important skills in our profession. If my team is developing a new eco-friendly material to replace plastic, I cannot simply present a complicated formula or technical data to the public. Purposive communication means translating heavy science into language that investors, community leaders, and ordinary citizens can easily understand. For example, instead of saying a material has a low carbon emission rate or higher biodegradability index, I need to explain how it helps reduce pollution, protects marine life, and creates a healthier future for communities. Good communication allows people to see the real impact of scientific innovation. Teamwork is also essential in chemical engineering. We constantly collaborate with chemists, environmental scientists, mechanical engineers, and business professionals. Since every field has a different expertise, we must communicate clearly to avoid misunderstandings that could lead to dangerous mistakes inside factories or laboratories. Ethics and globalization also play a massive role in modern engineering. Today, we work with experts from different countries and cultures to solve global problems such as pollution, climate change, and waste management. We must respect different perspectives, follow international safety standards, and remain transparent about
As a medical technologist, you are the person that is running a lab, whether it's in a doctor's office, in a hospital, or sometimes in the research setting. The main focus of the lab is giving information to the doctors that they're going to use to diagnose and treat patients or to monitor treatment to make sure it's effective and working.
A typical day as a medical technologist would consist of working in either chemistry, urinalysis, hematology, or microbiology, and processing patient specimens for diagnostic analysis.
We are the first people to see what's going on with the patient, and if we ever suspect anything really seriously, we have to get the doctor to look at it.
As a lab scientist, you're analyzing almost every possible sample that could come out of a patient at the hospital, and you are doing all sorts of tests on it, dependent upon what the doctor thinks might be wrong with the patient, and you're giving accurate, precise values to the doctors.
Upstate has some of the most state-of-the-art technology compared to any surrounding hospital. That is why they do send a lot of specimens to us to perform high-complexity analysis of their specimens.
You are involved in almost every patient in the hospital. You are heavily involved in their care, even though you're not doing it directly. You are giving the doctors their results so that the doctors can treat them.
While engineering builds the world, medical technology sustains the people in it. Behind every diagnosis, there is a medtech professional running the lab tech. In a medical field, communication has zero room for errors. My main purpose is to deliver highly accurate, critical data to doctors. If I write down a wrong unit or miscommunicate a test result, a patient's treatment could be compromised. That is why our communication must be exact, timely, and ethical. We also handle the most private information of people from all walks of life. We encounter patients with different languages, beliefs, and anxieties. Purposive communication here means empathy. It means protecting patients' confidentiality and ensuring that despite our differences, every patient feels respected and cared for.
Business administration is the study of the processes, management, and operations of a business or organization. Most associate degree programs will cover business administration basics, such as human resources, marketing, social media, and accounting. At our school, the Associate of Specialized Business degree focuses on two core areas: marketing and management. A degree in business administration prepares you for real work experiences and puts you in the prime position to gain an entry-level job working in marketing or management. Many companies, from retail to business services, have needs for entry-level staff members that have a solid academic foundation in marketing and management. Because business administration is a very broad program, you'll be able to apply your skills to most industries, including retail, dining, e-commerce, technology, automotive, professional services, healthcare, hospitality, and entertainment. You could focus on marketing, human resources, training, sales, logistics, and more. The sky is the limit, and a degree in business helps you get your foot in the door at many organizations as an entry-level associate.
Finally, there is business administration. If science and healthcare are the heartbeat of society, business is the engine. My goal when I communicate is to negotiate, lead, and build trust. Because of globalization, the business world has no borders. On any given day, I could be emailing a supplier in China, pitching to a client in Europe, and managing a diverse team right here at home. To succeed, I have to adapt. What is considered a confident handshake in one culture might be seen as aggressive in another. Purposive communication requires cultural awareness. It also demands strict ethics, being honest in marketing, and fair in trade. A business built on deceptive communication will eventually fail, but one built on transparency and diversity will thrive.
Different fields.
Different goals,
and different challenges.
But the lesson remains the same for all of us.
Value diversity, uphold your ethics,
And recognize the weight of your words.
Always
Always communicate with purpose.